All right, guys and gals, boys and girls across the world. It is Mike, the Fresh Rinse, with my co-host
Jeremy
Jeremy
Messer.
Messer. All right, I'm anxious to see what kind of crowd we have tonight. We are live. Are we live? Yes, we are live. 25 seconds in. So
Says
good
we're live.
to.
Where's it?
Justin's with us. Justin is by default the first person to ever enter a room, any room, but especially the WashTube podcast. Justin, we appreciate you watching each and every week. We'll have many more come on here in just a
Absolutely.
moment. Sure. Tommy's always
Well,
right there in line, if not first,
yes,
second, or third.
Tommy's faithful.
And now,
Absolutely.
one of the things guys are going to get used to tonight is I'm feeding myself grapes. So, and I'm keeping my shirt on the entire time. So,
I paid him. I
um,
paid him to keep it on. He's trying to take it off.
we do have a Facebook user. That reminds me that Facebook user, if you will sign in to StreamYard, and Jeremy can put up the link there. I think you can, can't you, Jeremy?
I
And
think
if
it
you
can.
sign in,
I'm working on it.
if you sign into StreamYard, we'll get to see who you are. We'd love to see who you are. Skyrise pressure washing. The sky's the limit. Oh, man, you stayed up all
Yeah.
night thinking, wow, I love it. I love it.
Yes. I am not sure who this is because we can't see you. So click the link up above the video on where it
Yes,
says Grant StreamYard Access, and we'd love to know who we're talking to.
yes. You've got a
Absolutely.
great
Yeah, it's
show
34 you guys. 34 you guys.
well
Well, I
already.
don't know about you, Mike, but I'm glad you're back. I'm glad to have you.
Thank you very much. I
It's
appreciate
not
that,
very
and I really appreciate everyone praying for me last week. Am I a little bit delayed?
not to me.
Okay. Well, to the rest of the world, I've always been
Problem.
delayed. My wife would say, yes, you're delayed. So last week,
Yeah.
many of you who were on, you'll remember that my brother-in-law, who had had heart failure the week before, was on life support for the most of a week, and they removed the life support last week, and last Wednesday, and it was necessary for me to be with my sister during that time, and he passed right at midnight, and his funeral is tomorrow. I'll be leading that funeral. So, those of you who are of the praying sort, if you'd pray for the fresh, I'll be leading the funeral, and there'll be a host of people there who need comfort. So, that's my sister and my sister's husband who passed away. So, if you'd pray for our family, we certainly would appreciate it. Jeremy, would you talk to us about real quickly about donations, whether it be super chats for those who are on Facebook or the other methods that people can give?
Yes, absolutely. Let's get you a little high speed banner here. So, guys, as you know, we like to put this content out for you guys, and we like to think that we're delivering extremely valuable content, at least based on the feedback that we get from you guys. It's extremely helpful. And, we do have guests time to time who like to bring the fire and drop the golden nuggets to give you some insider information as far as how to grow and scale and little tips and tricks for your business, along with what we offer. So, as you can see along the bottom of the screen, there's a Venmo for myself and a Cash App as well, and Mike's Venmo and Cash App. And what that is we just take donations for the channel. We like to um, cover the cost of the streaming at StreamYard, the subscription base for that. Anything in excess of that, we like to throw back into our equipment to make upgrades to the microphones, to the camera, just to whatever we're using to bring valuable content to you guys through this podcast and through our YouTube channels, just upgrading our mics or tripods and stuff of that nature. So we're very thankful, and just want to share a little thing that is wanting to mind today is we got this new high-speed gimbal. It's going to allow me to create better value videos. It's not going to be as shaky. It's going to be more sturdy along with the audio. So I'm very appreciative of that. And just want to say that, we're putting this to use. Don't think that we're putting it in our pocket, because we're not. We want to turn around and use it to better benefit everybody out there.
Yeah. And I will second that with an echo. I'm working on my studio. I wish you could see it here. Actually, I'm glad you can't see it right now, because it doubles as the grandchildren's playroom. But, I've got a light behind me. Soon I'll have a green screen, much like Jeremy. And what are you eating, Jeremy? don't tell us what you're eating. I can't tell.
It ain't grapes.
And you may notice that I got a little different camera in front of me. Before I was way back because I was using my iPad. Now I've got my computer set up here, and all of that is made possible because of your donations. I'm super grateful. And quite honestly, if you don't make the donations, you're probably still going to do those things. But this is a way for you to contribute. Many of you have said you just bring good value. And so if that's the case and you want to make a donation, again, scrolling across the bottom of the screen is that ticker. And you can contribute through Jeremy's Venmo and Cash App, or my Venmo and Cash App. And of course, if you're viewing this via YouTube, then you can give us a super chat as well. Jeremy,
yes,
it is time, my friend, for What Would You Do? And as always, my What Would You Do questions are coming to Jeremy out of the blue. He has not heard these questions. He has no idea what I'm going to ask. And I'm not trying to stump him, but I don't ask him in advance because I want him to have to think in the moment just as you are thinking in the moment. And so this is not only Jeremy's opportunity to tell me what he would do in this scenario, but it's also a good opportunity in the comments if you will tell me what you would do in this scenario. And this one just happened today. So here we go. Are you ready, Jeremy?
I'm ready.
Are you? Yeah. Jeremy, here's the thing. Jeremy's not going to say much tonight because his mouth is going to be full the whole time. Here we go. Yeah, what would Jeremy do? WWJD. I love it. I've never thought about that, Gabriel.
That's it, baby.
Great.
That's it.
All right, here we go. This happened to me today. I got a call from a previous customer or an existing customer, a repeat customer, what have you. And they said, I need you to come wash the house. And what happens so often when someone does that is I just go back into my files and I see what I charged them the last time. And depending upon how long ago it was, I increase the price a little bit, maybe 10% per year, 6 or 8% per year. The scenario changes depending on what it is that I'm washing. Well, this was a house wash that I did in 2020. And when I went into my files, I couldn't find the name. And the reason is it wasn't the same lady. It was a different homeowner who had found the check had found the check and called me out of the blue because she found the check in my business card. But I didn't know her, so I didn't know how much I had charged her. So I get to the house today, I wash the house, and then she comes out and she says, with checkbook in hand, how much do I owe you? And I said, well, how much did I charge the last time? She gave me the price, and I said, well, how about we just raised it $50? Now, that's not a lot over 4 years. I said, how about we just raise it I said, how about we raise it $50? And she looked at me like I had three heads. And this is what she said. And Jeremy, I want to ask, what would you do? She said,
Okay.
I don't think that's enough. So my question is, what do you do when you price a job, whether in the scenario that I had where it was a repeat customer or a brand new customer, whether you price it in person or over the phone or via text, and the response is, I don't think that's enough. What do you do?
Here's my response is, well, ma'am or sir or whoever, I'm perfectly content with the price that I gave you. However, if you felt led to give me more money, I am not going to say no. But just so that you know and you're aware, I'm content with the number that I gave you.
You said exactly what my friend Danny Salyer of Danny's Pressure Washing in Saltville, Ohio, in Saltville, Virginia said. He said the exact same thing. Just know that the price I gave you, I'm content with. That was what you said. But I will, in fact, Danny said, you just pay me what you think it's worth. Now, I thought that was a good answer.
That is a good answer.
So somebody else, a Facebook user, said, pay me what you think is fair then. That's exactly what my friend Danny said. And you know what? I kind of threw in a funny when the nice lady said, Mike, I just think I don't think that that's enough. I said, you know what? My wife would completely agree with you. She doesn't think that I charge enough either. And I said, but I want you to feel comfortable giving me what you feel led to give me. She said, well, what would you normally charge for a house? Now, again, this is a repeat customer. And I gave her the price. I said, what I would normally charge for this house is, and I gave the price. And she said, that's what I'll give you. So I said, fair's fair. And I left a happy man. And my wife's happy. We went out to eat tonight.
Nice. Absolutely. I like it.
Yes,
Good answer.
Everyone's got about the same answer there.
I think a lot of people do. Yeah, Jonathan says that's the golden answer. Of course, it's the golden answer because I gave it.
That's right.
It.
Clint Smith said, okay, ma'am, how much do you think it's worth? That's an appropriate answer. I'm content with my price, but if you feel led to give a 5-star review, oh, I like that one. Thank you, Eric. That's great.
That's a good one. Yeah, Eric, that's a good one.
Yeah,
I have had this happen once or twice. And it kind of happened yesterday. And I told you about my lady. I was going to ask Mike a question, but I'm not. We've kind of discussed it before. So I'm an hour and 20 minutes away from the house over in God's country. If you're from the country, you're going to know what I mean. There's not a drop of cell phone service in sight. So I watched this guy's house. He sends me to his mother's house, another 20 minutes up the road. So I'm in this valley out in the country, pulled in, talking to the lady. It's a little 800 square foot house. You know, I'm at this point over an hour and a half away from the house. She asked me how much to wash her house. And I said, well, ma'am, I said, if I can wash this house while I am here today, I will wash it for $250. If I have to come back and wash the house, I'd have to have $400 just because of the travel. And now, mind you, this is not a $400 house to wash. It's about 800 square feet. So, and I could tell this lady was owed. And she said, well, the last guy was about 150. She said, but that's been four years ago. She said, I guess 250 is okay. And I said, well, and I said this, I said, well, how about you let me do it for free? I said, you know, she's older. I could tell she was older. I could tell she was widowed. And then she absolutely jumped on me. She's like, I don't want it for free. She said, I've worked hard all my life. And she said, I want to pay you what it's worth. So we washed it. She was happy. And then she tries to give me a tip. And I wouldn't take the tip. She tried to give me a tip. And I told her, I said, listen, and I said just what I said. I said, I'm perfectly content with what we agreed on. said, you do not have to give me a tip. I'm extremely happy with that. So it was
So
a win-win. And by the way, this was my oldest customer ever. She was 95 out here
95.
in the yard working, wanting her house
Wow.
washed.
So
95 years old.
speaking of tips, Jeremy, some of you who may have seen on Facebook, if you follow me on Facebook, maybe I posted this on some of the channels or some of the groups. But I got a thing in the mail yesterday. I got a very thick card or an envelope in the mail. I opened it up, and this long letter that the lady had written. I washed a house last September. I think it was about $425, $450 for this house wash. And she had a pool in the backyard, and one side of the pool had a fence, a vinyl fence, and she had a pressure washer that would not work. She was asking me about it, so forth and so on. As I went around, I went ahead and watched the vinyl fence, and I never even mentioned it to her. It just didn't register to me that I should mention it to her. Now, this was back in September. Yesterday, I get that letter in the mail thanking me for washing that fence with $300 as a tip, and then a gift card to a restaurant local to us where my wife and I went tonight for $80. So, you just never know. One of our, let's see, it was Clean Max here said, "You guys have nice customers." We have some.
I generally do have nice customers. I'm in the country, so I
That's
do
true.
feel like country folk is different than city folk. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
We have those one. Listen, I've had a lady come out while I was washing. It was a house, a 2-story deck, and it was a big house. Son, she's like, "Hey, do you like grilled chicken?" I said, "Love grilled chicken." She's like, "Okay." Next thing I know, she's like, "Turn that machine off. Come over here. I got you food fixed." I know this woman. She owned an insurance company, so we didn't know like her personally, but we know who she was. And son, she'd fix me these 2 big grilled chicken sandwiches and this big old bag of chips and some drinks. And she's like, "You've been out here hard at it. You need to sit down and rest and get you something to eat." So that's just the kind of people that I serve. I mean, the guy was trying to feed me yesterday when I was watching his house. So that's just, I think that's just a country thing. Maybe it happens in the city. I don't know, but
I think it is. I have people offering me drinks from time to time, but I rarely get invited in for dinner.
Ain't nobody feeding you.
My friend Danny Salyer, he eats lots of food on the job. People feed him, and he's way out in the country. So I think there must be something to that.
It is.
Jonathan Moore, we know Jonathan. Jonathan said he had a guy make a sausage biscuit one morning while gutter cleaning. Hey, we'll take it.
Absolutely. Hey, if you guys are finding value from this podcast, do us a big favor. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the heart button, and share this out. Put this out there so we can grow this tribe and get some more things going. And by the way, if you guys didn't know, depending on where you're watching at tonight, we are growing a Facebook group called Wash Pros. So if you're not in that group, you need to find that group. I'll see if I can grab the link from it real quick, and we can straight up throw it in the chat down here. Post a comment, and hopefully that's a clickable link. I'm not real sure what that looks like, but it's pretty much facebook.com/groups/Wash Pros. And by the way, I just want to say we're glad to have everyone in here tonight. Tommy, Michael, Anthony, Jonathan, JC's in the house. JC said I was a good man. I don't know if my wife agrees. We'll see. She might. I don't know if she's watching tonight. I talked to JC earlier. I think he's been flying. I've seen some beautiful pictures on his story in the clouds. So, and by the way, speaking of JC, I think he's delivered a lot of value the last week or so on our podcast for Say. He's always delivering value, and I reached out to him tonight because I'm going to be attending Sales Boost. And if you're attending Sales Boost, drop the that that was for Mike. Really?
Thank you, brother.
Uh,
I
uh,
thought maybe it was. I
but
thought
listen,
maybe it was.
I'm going to Sales Boost. I want to know if anyone else is in here is going to Sales Boost, and if you're not going to Sales Boost, you should be. I want to connect with everybody, and I think there's going to be a ton to take away for your business and your business growth. So I want to throw this up on here. I spoke with him, and he is. Can I get this up here? Why does that keep coming up? This Michael Brown thing. Let's see. Trying to get down. Why's it going down? Oh, there it is. I was looking at it wrong. Sorry. Use code FRIENDS for $500 off. So he's allowing another 500. That was only for last week, and now he told me to go ahead and we can use it again for you guys. So if you didn't get one of the free giveaway tickets, guys, it's $500 off. That's still a great deal off. I mean,
and what are those dates again, Jeremy?
So the dates are March the 20th through the 23rd. You have a meet and greet Wednesday night. You get some classes and some breakout sessions on Thursday and Friday, and then Saturday as well. I think it's over around lunchtime on Saturday. So, guys, be there. I want to meet you guys and network. We can do some podcasts, some video podcasts there while I'm there. I'd love to sit down with you guys. And JC told me that if anyone wanting to go who may be having some concerns about it and they can't afford it right now, but see the value in going, reach out to JC, and he wants to work with you guys to make sure that you can get there if you want to be there. So how much better is that? I mean, he is personally trying to work with anyone who wants to come because he wants you guys there. He knows there's so much value in it. So I'm tickled. Tommy, how much are the Sales Boost tickets? So the price point starts, there's 3 different tiers, packages that you can go. The beginning one, which gets you into everything, gets you into all to the classes, and you get all the sessions and everything, is $12.97. So you take $500 off that, Tommy. That's gonna make that right at $800 for that ticket for 3 days of like tons of value packed information and networking and rubbing shoulders. I mean, you're already killing it up there. I know you're doing all those chicken coops and chicken houses and you're up there in the farmland, and you're just absolutely crushing it. I'd love to have you there, Tommy. We can network, hang out, and have a good time. But JC says reach out to him. He wants everyone to win. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. Food for thought. I'm going to be there. There's going to be a lot of people there, so we can network with each other.
Yeah, I'd love to go. If it weren't for the fact that I have been in Virginia since December, and I've only seen my wife 3 times since then, I have a feeling that, and JC reached out to me today, and he said you should bring her with you. I'd love to do that. Won't happen this year, maybe next year. I'd love for that to happen. Love to be there. Well, it's for me, my first full week of washing, and it wasn't a full week, but it was my first full week of opportunities. And so, thus far, myself and many of you who've been keeping up, you know that I hired my very first employee, my daughter, who is 19, just turned 19, and she said, I'd like to give it a try. So we got boots. I got some shirts that are going to be coming soon. It's going to have her nickname right there. Squirt. Yeah, go Squirt. And she likes it. I said, what do you think about the nickname Squirt? She's like, I think I like it. I said, well, I won't put it on your shirt. She said, no, go ahead and have it put on my shirt. I was like, okay. So I'm going to go to FinPrint and order some shirts that say Squirt on it. But she's catching on. She really is catching on. And I'm super impressed. Just to chip off the old block. She seems to enjoy it. And if you watch tonight's video, you can get a good glimpse of her actually spraying down a house, washing a porch, washing a patio. And soon I'll have her kind of at least doing 5 rounds maybe going up and down the street a little bit. She said she doesn't mind doing that as long as she doesn't have to talk too much. So I can appreciate that. I don't know. I don't like to talk either. I don't know why we've got a podcast,
Huh.
YouTube channel, but she said as long as I don't have to talk too much, I'll do it. So yeah, we're having a
That'd be
good
like
time.
you trying to say you're an introvert.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm leaving this tomorrow morning for Virginia. Got the funeral, plus I'll be working there on the duplex through Sunday, coming home Sunday night, and we've got a full slate ahead of us. I think I have right at 50, maybe a little bit more in the queue to be scheduled. So I'm excited about starting the spring with about 50 washes. That's about typical, I think, to have about 50 as soon as we start out. Almost all of my customers, Jeremy, that I have in that 50 queue or so are repeat customers. I don't have a lot of new, fresh customers yet, but that's coming, I'm sure.
So you've got 50 on the books to wash.
Right.
I don't quite have 50.
Most of which, again, are repeat customers.
Yeah, I feel like, well, of course, I don't do the volume that you do as far as washing. So maybe that's reflective in that. And that on mine, I do have several. I do have several scheduled for later on in April, May, and even June. I got people wanting to schedule that far out.
Nice.
So I think that it is nice. They're scheduling, but it's not like immediately, which is fine because the phone is starting to ring here. I haven't turned on the ads. My ads are going live on the 15th. And then I think it's just going to be like opening up the faucet. And then they're going to start coming in pretty hot and heavy. They're coming in now. Leads are coming in now, which is I'm perfectly content with that. So I'm trying to get something to I'm working on a banner, so forgive me if I seem sidetracked. I'm getting ready to put something up that I just got noticed of. Sorry, I seem distracted.
While you're doing it, I'll read from Gabriel's comment. He said, we started a $25,000 post-construction cleaning today. We're able to increase our online visibility on Google by over 43% in the last week. Big bold letters, spring is here. Well, unless you're Tommy way up north. But yeah, you're right. Spring is here.
Yeah. Nice, my dude. I'm pumped. He's been sending me some pictures. He's been cleaning some good stuff. Absolutely.
Well, all right, I'm throwing this. I only got 6 so far. Man, don't hold your breath. The phone's about to ring.
You can see this ticker going across the bottom. Our good friend JC sent me a message, said, give away a free ticket. So we're going to give away a free ticket to Sales Boost. So here's the thing. Only comment Sales Boost if you're going to be able to come to Sales Boost. Okay. We want this to go to someone who's going to use it. So this needs to be comment down below Sales Boost. I'm going to go through and tracking this. So we got you hooked up on this. And we asked that if you comment Sales Boost, make sure you're able to go, and give me just 1 second. And if you get the ticket, they ask that you book the hotel through the hotel room block. They'll be sending you a link, and you'll need to book your room through that link. So that's one of the caveats. So you're getting a free ticket, and you're going to have to pay to stay, and you're going to get a good deal on staying at the hotel. And you want to be at the hotel because that's where everything's going on at. I think we can speak firsthand to that, Mike. When we went to the Huge and we stayed at the hotel, everything was just so much better just being right there, not having to worry about going back and forth. Room was there. There was food there.
I never left the hotel by necessity.
Yeah, me neither.
I wanted to.
And hey, whoever this is, as Facebook user Sales Boost, I don't know who you are, so I can't put your name into this drawing. So you're going to need to like comment. You're going to need to give StreamYard access, which is right above with a link, or type in Sales Boost and put your name beside of it. First and last name, please. So, where were we at?
We're talking about being at the hotel is one of the keys to not only getting to experience all that the convention or the show has for you, but also the fellowship, getting to network. It's huge to be at the hotel, and you'll get a discount at the hotel if you're the Sales Boost group. You'll want to do that. So we've got a lot coming in here. Once again, Facebook user, you need to register with StreamYard. It's easy to do. It's like it'll take you 10 seconds. So we can see your name, and then we can put you in the running for the Sales Boost ticket.
This might take me a minute. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. Sorry. I'm going to pull up two screens so I can see where I'm at. Let's see. I'm trying to go back up. Listen, comment Sales Boost if you want to go. This is believable value. I'm trying to make sure I'm trying to figure out what Steve Pete
user says I'm not seeing where to register with StreamYard. While you're doing that, Eric Groom says, can you talk about scheduling in certain areas so they're in the same area, and how do you do it? I have a tried and true method that works for me. I work Monday through Friday. I don't work weekends unless someone just absolutely has to have it. Maybe they're selling the house and they have to, what have you. So I have 5 quadrants. That's what I call them. You call it whatever you want to. I have 5 quadrants there, Eric. And those quadrants make up different cities that are really tight together. So quadrant number 1, we'll call it, is a group of cities, group of towns, municipalities that are congested there, tightly congested. Quadrant 2, quadrant 3, 4, and 5. And what I do is I try to set those up. So the way my schedule works is I know, because I've been here for 20 years in the Cincinnati area, I know all of these neighborhoods, all of these cities, all of these towns in our area. I know them. And so on Monday, what I'll do is I will schedule quadrant 1, we'll say, for Monday. It may change, but for, quadrant 1 is on Monday. And then if someone calls from a different quadrant, I put them on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll say Tuesday. If someone else calls and they're in a different quadrant, then I put them on Wednesday. Well, I do that until I get all of my quadrants full throughout the week. And as calls come in, I just put them in that quadrant. You need to do that. It's best if you can do that in like a 15 to 20 minute quadrant so that all of your washes are close together. And route density is what JC calls it. So if the most that I want to drive is 20 minutes from one opportunity to the next. And if I can do that, then I know that I can wash 4, 5, and 6 a day. I know that sounds crazy, and I realize that a lot of people say, how in the world can you do that? Well, a lot of that has to do with route density. And if you have those quadrants set up and you know where your areas are, when people call, you can drop them in there. In fact, sometimes I'll have 3 washes on a particular day, and someone will call and I'll say, well, what city are you in, or what town are you in? They'll tell me. It's like, you know what? I can actually do that today because I'm not going to be far from you, or tomorrow, or whatever that quadrant is open to. So that's how I do it. The question once again was, can you talk about scheduling in certain areas so they're in the same area, and how do you do it? That's how I do
it. Yeah, so I don't necessarily have that where I live at. It's just we're so spread out in the country. So I just drive. I just drive. Now, when I get
I like
several,
it.
when I get several jobs that's scheduled and got work orders ready to do, then I will try to group up what I can as I can. Now, it doesn't always necessarily work that way because someone needs something on a deadline and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
it just works out that way.
Kyle Osborne has a great question. What do you tell the customer? He asks. Just that you'll be there sometime on Tuesday, etc. No. So yes and no. So yes, in that when I schedule it, for instance, just yesterday, someone called and they said, "So do you have a time frame?" I said, "I don't yet." I said, "Because I'm still feeling that day." I said, "But at this point, I don't have anyone else scheduled for that day, whatever that it is." And I said, "So would you like morning, mid morning, noon, early afternoon, or late afternoon? You might even call it early evening." And they said mid morning would be great. So I scheduled them for 10 o'clock. And I said, I'll be there 10-ish, something of that nature. But if someone calls and all I have open is late afternoon, then I will tell them I can do it on that day as long as you're okay with me coming late afternoon. And by the way, whether I schedule it in person, over the phone, or via text, I always tell them, keep in mind that it's not necessary for anyone to be home. As long as your doors and windows are locked, your outside lights are turned off, and I have one access to water. If you think I've got that memorized, it's because I do. Keep in mind, no one has to be home as long as your doors and windows are shut, your outside lights are turned off, and I have one access to water. And then I say, I can invoice you via text if you are away. And when I do,
absolutely hate that they leave the lights on. I hate that, and I always forget to tell them to turn the outside lights off.
I've got it memorized.
Oh,
that's how I do it.
So here is where we are so far. I have 7 entries. I'm just going to share the names. If you feel like I've missed your name, then just let me know. And please let me know, because still yet there's some of these Facebook users who have not put their name on here. Here we go. Let me pull this up. We've got Steve Pete, Power Washing 219, Cody Cavness, Dana Thurman, Cameron Wright, Christina Glipsy, and GNC Softwash. This is all I have. So, JC, are we taking people who have won a free ticket in the past? Or I'd say in the past, but recently. So I'm going to stop this screen. This is where we're at right now. Tommy, Sales Boost is 14 hours. It's 8 hours for me, bro. I'm driving it. I
came in here to get something.
You're also
Okay.
so.
Sorry, I had one bus through here.
This question here is unrelated to Sales Boost, but I want to take a stab at this one. Yes. Superior Exterior LLC says looking to upgrade some equipment. He has a Honda GX390 belt drive, 5.5 gallon minute Comet pump. Any words on this unit? Well, I will tell you, if you're asking, and you did, any words on this unit, then you're asking for opinion. Now, my personal opinion is, and I only use Honda engines, and I only use general pumps. Now, that's because very early on, I got linked up with some guys who are mechanics, who are pressure washing mechanics. And you know, here's the thing: Ford guys are Ford guys, Chevy guys are Chevy guys. They're tried and true, and they put down on everything. But most people will fall into the category of believing that General Pump is the best pump. There are exceptions to the rule. Now, what you need to know about that belt drive, that 690, or excuse me, that 390 belt drive, is that it is upgradable. Of course, you're already running the 5.5 gallon a minute. I don't think you'll have any problems with that. Your next question was, is it worth the $300 to $400 extra for the electric start option? I'm going to ask Jeremy that. What do you think, Jeremy?
Yeah, probably so. I think here I'm going to take this into. I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say probably depending on your age and your health.
Okay.
Let's be real. If you're like 20 some years old, young muscle man, pull start it, man. That's fine. It really is not that hard to pull start a 390 or a Predator 420. It's not the easiest thing. An electric start's better, but it depends on your budget. If you've got the extra $300 or $400, then just get the extra $300 or $400.
Yeah,
Blake,
the only fault to pulling is that you may break a cord, where you will break a cord from time to time. You better have an extra one on hand. That's really the only downfall to a pull start, in my opinion. There's an interesting question there. Oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he's asking this question, and it's because he's just starting out this year. He says, this is Supreme Gleam team. Say that one 10 times fast. Just starting out this year, have you ever gotten SH into an exterior outlet or burned it out or had it caught fire? Yes, yes, yes. And what do you do if that happens? Run for your life, especially if the homeowner is not home. Ooh, that's a great question. Well, let's start by talking about preventive measures first. Always do property protection. And I can tell you from experience, having nearly burnt a house down, it's going to take you an extra 5 to 10 minutes per house, but always cover those outlets. I would encourage you, though I don't usually do it, to even cover AC circuit breakers, and then the panel on the outside, which controls all of the electricity. I would encourage you to cover all of those, but at least cover your outlets. That's so easy. I put a duct tape a duct tape roll on my wrist, and as I go around the house washing, when I see an outlet, I wipe it down to make sure it's dry, and I cover that outlet, and I don't burn any outlets. But if you do, and the homeowner is there, you need to let them know because of integrity, because you need to replace that. But if they're not home and it's smoking and it won't stop smoking, then you have to call 911. That's all that you can do. And the fire department will show up. They'll knock down the front door. Your insurance is going to have to pay for that, but you can forego all of that if you'll cover those outlets.
Yeah. I've had this happen one time that I know of. So I'm cleaning a covered deck, covered patio, back porch, whatever you want to call it. And they have, they've got all the conduit, ran the plastic conduit up into the boxes and this and that. And there was just one section over top of a rafter where they didn't have the plug coming out of the top of the box and up, and it was just exposed. And wouldn't you know, of all places, that is where a single drop dropped down into this hole. Because I'm not spraying it, it come off of the ceiling that we were washing. And sure enough, shorted it out. And it shorted it out very, very lightly. It started fizzling, smoking, sizzling. That's the word.
That's it.
Yeah, it is sizzling. And this is an older lady. I'm knocking on the door. She's like, yeah. I was like, so where's this plug-in go to? She said, oh, that used to go to the pool. And I said, there's no pool here no more. I said, we need to turn this breaker off. So I had to go in this lady's house, find the breaker, and turn it off. I said, let's leave this breaker off. I'll come back out tomorrow, and we'll replace this plug-in. Even though the plug-in wasn't smoked out or nothing, it just had popped, and I could hear it sizzling. So I go back out there the next day. I take someone with me, and I go in and I flip it on, and I guess that enough time had passed that it had totally dried out and was working fine. So I've never caught fire at anything like Mike has.
Well, I nearly burned a house down one time. I'll share that story on the later broadcast or podcast. But yeah, so someone else just said I use shower caps. Shower caps and duct tape will absolutely work.
I bought some
Someone
shower caps this year. I bought
someone
some.
said I like this one here. Tony said always keep a can of compressed air to blow out outlets. That's great. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
And of
And
course,
keep a fire extinguisher on your trailer or your truck or whatever. Keep one of those for sure.
yeah, or both. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
JC
Great.
is flying back out. Listen, we got 7 entries, guys. If you want a ticket to Sales Boost, comment Sales Boost. I mean,
Only have 7 entries. Your chances.
it's a
of winning-
$1,300 value. Come on, guys. Your chances of winning are great right now. I mean, absolutely great. I don't know. That's backwards math for me. I can't figure that one out off the top of my head.
1/7.
Well, I mean, I think I could have done a fraction. I'm talking percentages. It's greater than 10.
There was another question there that let me find one super quick here. Right here. Thanks. He said another question. Your recommendations: FlowPro, Smart Bypass, or Smart Stream. You said it right there in that order. That's what I would recommend. And I just leave it at that.
I see you, Ben Gregory. I got you down here. How do we enter? Well, see, here's the problem is I don't know who you are. And I need to know if you want to win a ticket to Sales Boost, I just need you to comment Sales Boost. There's a little thing scrolling that says comment Sales Boost for a free ticket giveaway. We want to give you a ticket away, but if you're on Facebook, comment Sales Boost, put your name out beside of it. And real quick, someone that was on here, I have this pulled up and I want to show you guys this real quick. You said, hey, how do I give StreamYard access so they know who I am? And I'm going to show you how you do that. It's real simple. Here comes the screen. Just bear with me 1 second while it comes up here. All right, here it is. This is what the stream looks like if you're watching it on Facebook. Up here in this description above my head and Mike's, there's a thing. It says there's a link, and it says, want to chat or want to create, I'm going live using StreamYard. Before leaving a comment, please grant StreamYard permission to see your name. Click that link. There's a checkbox. Click the checkbox and hit enter. And that's all you have to do. And it's going to save that. So on future references, it's going to be able to see who you are. So just go ahead and do that, and we'll know who it is. Someone flipped 2 breakers Monday. That sucks.
Speaking of flipping breakers, I talked to a gentleman yesterday, or someone maybe commented on a video, I can't remember now, and said that he always asked the homeowners to turn off the outside outlets at the breaker box. That's genius. Simple, but genius.
All right, I got Ryan O'Neill. What was it? Ryan Allen.
It's Ryan O'Neill. And did you get Cameron Short?
I got Cameron Short. I got Ray Torres. I got 440 pressure. Wash. Jeremy Osen. Let's see. Spring Gleam team. Hey, real quick, I know we're not going to hold it up. I'm not doing this. We're going to do this drawing at the end of the show. But only comment if you're really going to go. This is a $1,300 ticket. JC just asked that you use the link, the hotel link, to book the room through. He's giving you a $1,300 ticket, so just use that link to book the room. You're going to get a discount doing that anyways. All right, let me just Mike, you go ahead, and I'm just going to update this.
That's fine. Did you get that Chris Ferrer?
I got I'm going to put his name in here with his business name.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Fantastic. Well, it's so good to see everybody tonight. I know we're kind of scatterbrained a little bit, but we're just enjoying being with you guys, and hope that you are enjoying it as well.
Hey, Michael Lowe, is this you, Michael Lowe? Comment and sales boost. Give me a yes if that's you, because I seen you comment. Reed Shepherd's numbers are 50%, so I know that's got. I feel like that's you. Sorry about that. Anyways, are y'all running your own SEO or have you hired someone? I've been studying the subject for myself. It's not too time consuming for me, but I can see how quickly get too busy for it. Can I be honest with you? I don't do SEO. Not intentionally do SEO. Jacob,
I need to do that's for sure.
Yeah. So my website's very bare bones. I actually need to probably upgrade that. I'm probably going to go with 180 sites. I think I like their stuff. I'm still vetting, not really vetting them, but I'm still looking for companies out there because I would like to have a little bit nicer of a site.
Oh, I love this. Is the best comment all night. Better be careful. You keep upgrading. You won't be the worst podcast ever. I love it. This is Jeremy's probably the guy who gave us that name anyway. He's the worst podcast ever. That's good stuff.
Oh.
Okay, so this guy, Blake, says we just hired Mr. Pipeline for SEO, and he's doing great. Yeah, so I do my own SEO in that, like Gabriel, I will just do keywords in my pictures when I post to Google. Try to do a lot of pictures, things of that nature. I got a 5-star review yesterday, and hey, I'm doing this, guys. I don't know if it's going to work or not. But one of the things I'm doing when I get 5-star Google reviews, I say, "Thank you, Nancy, for choosing Mike's Pressure Washing near me." You're the best. Whenever you need pressure washing near me, don't forget Mike's Pressure Washing near me. So like I just keep typing in. In fact, I have thought about changing my name from Mike's Pressure Washing to Pressure Washing Near Me. Surely that would work.
Hey, Manny, we're giving away a free Sales Boost ticket. I don't know if you just now jumped on, but we're doing that. So, Mike, do you give them like a preset template to do your review with? Do you have you always done that, or is that something new you're doing?
Explain what you mean by a preset template for review. Like I asked them to give me this review.
So you say, hey, your spiel. I think I kind of know. We've talked about it before as far as, hey, we more or less we'd appreciate a 5-star review. It really helps our small business, yada yada yada. But then do you send them like a pre-scripted, or do you just let them type whatever?
Yeah, I let them type whatever. I feel like that's more genuine and generic. I let them do their own thing, and then I just comment accordingly. I don't know that people ever go back and read their own comments or read what people commented. So I always just throw in a bunch of keywords. And I right now I have right at, I think, 269 5-star Google reviews. And I don't try hard enough to get reviews. So I've only watched 4 properties this week. That's sad. But because of the funeral and because of having, weather and different things, I got rained out of one yesterday. Anyhow, I always ask, and this is mine for 2024, Jeremy. I tell them, Nancy, thank you for allowing me to watch today. It's a big plus to me. I'm super grateful. And by the way, myself and Michaela, that's my daughter, we are the #1 Google rated pressure washing company in Cincinnati and Dayton. And I'm not lying there. What I'm saying is we have more 5-star Google reviews than anyone. And they say, really? And I say, it's because of two things, Nancy. One, and by the way, I don't call her Nancy if her name's not Nancy. That would be rude. But I say Nancy, one, because we've hoped that we deliver a 5-star product, but then also because nice people like yourself like to support small businesses. And by the way, after I get back to the truck, Nancy, I'm going to click the complete button on my program, and you're automatically going to get a link to my 5-star Google review page. If you would be so kind as to leave me a 5-star Google review and a few kind words, I'd be very grateful. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, 1 out of 4 did this week, so we'll see if others will. Who knows?
Nice. I was wondering if I could post my script on here without. I'm going to see if I can get it to come through, and let's see if I can. I'm going to try to do this backwards here, so bear with me. I'm going to go to Facebook and comment it and see if I can get it to pull up.
Be sure and read these comments that we're posting up here. These are valuable as well.
Yeah.
Benjamin Gregory says he's got 322 and he's missing about 60.
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing that thing Noah shared in our group the other day to see if I can. I think I'm honestly missing between 10 to 20. So that's my go. Is to get those back. I'm sitting at 91, and that would push me well over 100 and something on there. Let's see here. Oh, I'll just comment at that. Let's see if I can get that to pull up now.
Yeah, forgive me, Gregory, if I misspoke there.
Here is the text that I send. I have this saved as a shortcut in my phone under #review. And this is pretty much what they get when I do the job. And pretty much this is probably what I stole from Mike, to be quite frank with you. I had something, and then he's like, oh, a few kind words. I was like, oh, that's nice, a few kind words. So that's my spiel. There, you can see it. Now I'm taking it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, we've had another comment here.
This right here, Cameron, by the way, is one of my Fresh Rinse Media customers. He said, I did what Noah did and it worked for me and only took 2 days. And I had 2 reviews missing that showed up. Fantastic. I need to do that.
Yeah. I started the process yesterday, then I forgot to follow back up with it. That's my fault. Upscale Pressure Washing, Columbus, Ohio. Who is that? It's where's it at? Did that come back up again? Sorry if I clicked on that.
I did that by accident.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Kyle, you're doing fantastic.
Am
I? Yep. Kyle Osborne, you're doing great.
Here you go. He only accepts payments following a review on site. Yeah, there we go. Get paid and get a review.
Blake Havard. We give them a sheet and tell them if they leave the tech's name in the review, he gets a bonus from the company. It makes them want to leave a review even more. Genius.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff right there. That's good stuff. I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss nobody. I feel like I don't want to say I feel like I have, but I'm trying to make sure. No, I didn't see that one. It's like the comments come through so quick, I can't keep up with it.
How do you, Tommy Bain says that he has the most reviews in his areas, and he says, I'm missing around 12 reviews. Are you saying that, Tommy, because 12 or so people have said that they were going to give reviews and they haven't? Or is there some method of knowing how many reviews that you're missing? Supreme Gleam Team says, we leave them with a bag that has candy, a refrigerator magnet, and a thank you card with a QR code, which instructs them on how to give us a 5-star Google review. We also use Nice Job that links with House Call Pro and sends them a review link after the job is complete. Very nice. The back of my 5x7 card has a QR code that sends them to my Google review page.
So, Supreme Gleam Team, I see you said that you used, yes, Rusty, I got you on there. You used Nice Job. Give us some thoughts and feedback on that. Also, is there anyone on here that uses Sotellus? I'm interested in that one too. It's video reviews. Kind of curious on that aspect.
This is huge, by the way. 167 in 2 years. That's a lot. That's nothing to.
Oh, that's nothing to frown on at all.
Mm-hmm. We like talking pressure washing, don't we?
I love it. Love it.
Cameron says, I have issues when sending for Google reviews. It asks them to sign into Google. My customers have problems signing in. I get that. If they don't already have a Google account, most people do. But if they don't, then once they get to that point, they hit the eject button and you can forget about it. You're not going to convince them otherwise.
No. Mike, you did the candy bag thing, right? Last year or year before last?
Yeah, and I still do. I don't do it for existing customers, but for new customers, I purchased however many bags that will actually allow you to put a door hanger in. I use 5x7 cards instead of door hangers. I sell both 5x7 cards and door hangers. I just have so many of the 5x7 cards. I don't necessarily have a preference, but if I did, I would just use the 5x7 cards. It holds my 5x7 card, and I put a handful of hard candy, not chocolatey candy that will melt.
Stuff that don't melt. Yeah.
And then I put that on their door, and it also has on the back of the 5x7 card, it has a quote sheet or quote box. And so if I wash the house, but their driveway needs to be clean, if they're not home, regardless, I put that on their, $200, whatever for their driveway. And then that at least gives them something to hold on to for future reference.
Right. Sterling Wash, my buddy. Thank you so much for the super chat, friend. Listen, I get it, man. The cats are on. I didn't even know they were playing. That's my fault, man. How they going? How they looking? Someone needs to fill me in on that. Should have had it pulled up on my side phone over here. That Reed Shepherd's something else. He's killing it this year. So here we go.
Oh, this is nice, by the way. We are doing custom spigot freeze bags this year with our company logo on it. I've seen those, and I think that's genius. I think that's a great idea. So basically, you've got the spigot cover that's in the shape of a bag. Instead of that cone that slips over, it's in the shape of a bag with a drawstring. So it kind of, what do you call that? It just kind of sashes onto the spigot, and it has Mike's Pressure Wash and Kentucky Pro Wash on either side, and that is a great marketing tool. Very nice.
Can you see that? What's that say? Wash
I'm
Pro.
sorry, brother.
This is gonna be my.
Lonnie, come on now. You're killing me.
I didn't even hear myself say it. No, Blair. What the heck are those bags even for? You are a bag, Noah. You are a bag.
Who said? Someone said something right here. I don't know if you've seen this. I don't know who this is. There again, Facebook user. Hey, oh damn! Thanks for commenting your name. I appreciate that. Guys, it feels a little odd asking them. I've had so many people comment and say stuff about that. Okay, just do
Take
it.
Take us
Do
through
hard-
the experience, Jeremy. Take us
Do
through
hard
the,
things.
I've never done it before. Take us through the
Okay,
experience.
so here we go. I'm out here at this woman's house. It's a decent ticket. It's my average ticket. If you listened last week, you know what that is. This was an average ticket job. Partial roof, house, concrete. She comes out. She's bringing me the check. I said, "Hey, by the way," I said, "By the way, Pat, do you have a Gmail account? Gmail, an email through Google?" I think is what I said. No, we don't have. We have email, but we don't have a Google email. I said, "That's okay. I was going to ask you to leave me a 5-star review." I said, "But if you don't have that email, you can't do that." She said, "Oh, I'm sorry." I said, "Well," I said, "Can I ask you for a favor?" And I knew once I said, "Can I ask you for a favor?" This woman's handing me a check, right? I just washed her house. I did her roof. I think she probably would do me a favor, right? Like I said, "Would you take a picture with me holding one of my signs? That way I can use it for marketing." And I just told her what I was using it for. She said, "Lord, honey, look at my hair." She said, "But yeah, I'll do it for you." So
Can you post it? Can you bring up the picture? Are you able to do that? Do you have it there?
yeah, I can pull it up. Let me
Pull
bring
it
it
up.
up.
We got to see it. Everybody wants to see it, and we got to give away this ticket here in a few minutes.
Yeah,
But
here.
Jeremy, I gotta tell you, bro. I just at this point, I can't bring myself to ask the person to do a selfie with me. I think it's awesome, and I'm glad that you do it. I'm glad that others do it. I don't know, my anxiety level. I think maybe if it were someone that I knew very well, perhaps. But
I think
hey,
sometimes you just got to get comfortable being uncomfortable, and here it is.
that's it. That's it. And let me tell you, if I take my
That's
glasses off, she's a beaut, brother. She is a beaut.
hey,
Good
stud.
job.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if I can show you but here it is. I just put another happy customer, Pam. That's her name. Thank you, Pam and Ray, for choosing Kentucky Wash Pros. You know, and I stole this from JC. We provided them with our 5-star low pressure roof wash, 5-star low pressure house wash, and 5-star concrete cleaning. And Pat and Ray said that they chose us because of our 5-star reviews. And we have had 5 shares and right at 47 likes. And numerous people have messaged me on this. So sometimes you just got to do the things that make you uncomfortable.
Hey, Tommy Bain said, Mike, that's a sweet setup. People are commenting how professional looking my cards are weekly. It's actually landed me a few jobs. I had someone just this week, and forgive me if you're watching and I can't remember who it was, but one of my Fresh Rinse Media customers messaged me this week and said, Mike, I just got my door hangers and they've already paid for themselves. I gave one out. It was more than the cost of the door hangers, and my 1,000 door hangers are already paid for. That blessed me. I love getting those. So if you are interested in door hangers, 5x7 cards, the large A-frame signs that you see me putting out in my videos, and then of course yard signs, get with me. Call or text, do not call, but text 513-235-8474, and I will send you a list of all those things with all the boring information plus a ton of samples, and you can purchase from me, and we'll get you started there. Get those out to you. Let's give away a ticket, Jeremy. Jeremy, can you hear me? I can't hear you.
God, I muted my microphone.
There you go. Okay, I was making sure.
The dog was barking. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, we're at about the hour and 10-minute mark. So I think we've stopped everyone. I've got everyone who's commented Sales Boost. You have to comment Sales Boost if you want to go. If you're not going to go and you're not serious about it, don't comment on it. Okay, this is a $1,300 ticket. We want someone who's going to use it to get it. Okay, so I'm calling it right here. Aaron 10-minute mark. No more names. All right. So let me pull this up right here. Screen, present, share. Yes. Here we are. I have 19 names. I'm going to call these off. I got Steve Pete, Power Washing 219, Cody Cavness, Dana Thurman, Cameron Wright, Christina Gillespie, GNC Soft Wash, Ben Gregory, Ryan O'Neill, Cameron Short, Ray Torres, 440 Pressure Wash, Jeremy Osen, Supreme Gleam Team, Chris Rusty, Chris McDonald, Upsell Pressure Washing, Columbus, Ohio, Austin Spencer, Roy Wallaby. That's what I got when I went through this. If I missed someone, I apologize. It's time for the drawing. Do we have any music? And oh, by the way, let's go ahead and shuffle. Let me shuffle this. I'm gonna shuffle it one more time, and then one more time. And are we ready to go, Mike?
3, 2, 1. Click the spin button. Oh, there you go.
Steve P. Can you hear that?
Congratulations.
Steve, that was you. So, hey, Steve, if you're still watching this, you were the absolute first person to comment. So, congratulations on that. I'm trying to get back up here. I want to thank Steve come over from YouTube. God, how many comments have we had tonight? A ton. So, yes, if you're watching this, Steve, you have to get up with me tomorrow. Actually, you need to get up with JC, but if you can't get up with JC, you need to get up with me. I am going to send him your name. I'm just trying to find out where this was. Should we give away a ticket? Forgive me for taking a second, but there's so many comments. Stephen Pete. I had Steve, didn't I? Sorry, Stephen. Facebook. Stephen's on Facebook. Is he commented down here? Does anybody know? All right, Stephen Pete. We'll find you, Stephen. You want a ticket? That's definitely a fake name. No, you weren't even in here, Noah.
But Stephen Pete did reach out there. He says, "Thank
there
you."
he is. There he is, Stephen. You won. Hey, go ahead and if you got JC, just go ahead and send JC a message. I'm sending him a message to let him know, and then that's it.
Awesome. That's
it.
Fantastic.
Hey, next week we'll talk about my text blast. I forgot to talk about that.
Okay. Look forward to it.
The offer was going through the 15th, so we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
That's great. Fantastic. All right. Well, thanks, guys, once again for another podcast. Really just talking shop this week, but we had a great time. I hope that you did as well. Look forward to next Wednesday night. If you make videos, be sure to mention the WashTube podcast in your videos. Like, share this podcast to other Facebook groups, and that gets the word out. We're giving away things. We're celebrating people's successes. And then, of course, at the end, we're praying for people as well. So something a little different that goes on here that you're probably not going to find most places. We wish we could see that more places. But nonetheless, thank you for once again being a part of the podcast this week.
Absolutely.
All right. Shall we close in prayer?
Yeah. You want to do the honors?
I will. All right, Father, it is in the name of Jesus that we come to you again this week, thanking you for all your blessings that you have bestowed upon us all week long. Many that we don't even know about. You love us so much that you don't even tell us about all of our blessings. We don't get to discover those on this side, but you keep us safe. You keep us from danger and the things that we escape we'll never even know about, perhaps. But Father, we thank you that we are able to pray. The greatest communication that is in heaven or earth is talking to our sweet God. And you talking to us through your word, we're grateful. We pray, Lord, for the success of our brothers and sisters in the WASH community. We ask God that you'd give them many leads and opportunities that they can provide for their families, keep them safe and without harm. We ask all of this in Christ's name. Amen and amen. Guys, thank you once again.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, guys. Peace.
Peace.